That'll move us on to Sleeper Spotlight.
Sleeper Spotlight.
That's right. In this segment, we introduce a drummer that y'all are honestly sleeping on. And we'll get Adam's opinions, impressions, and constructive criticism, if any at all. First up today, from France. Who we are killing in medals in the Olympics, by the way. Although they did a really good job in men's BMX. So.
Okay.
Good for France.
Shout out France.
Anyway, enough about men. Let's talk about the women of France, specifically at Clara Drums.
Okay.
Sick drummer from France over there. Got about 7,000 followers. Let's check out some videos from Clara.
All right. Video 1 from Sister Clara. How dead is that kit? Whew, that thing is funked out. Awesome. That was good, man. It was tough for me to tell what was intentionally what's the word? Like chunked out, like almost like that intentional, I don't want to say delay, but like in the ballpark of drunk drumming necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of an interesting clip in that way. Also, I love her crash cymbal. That is it an extra dry thin?
Something like that?
Sounds like it's my left crash cymbal, same one. Well, I don't know. There's a short clip. Let's play that one more time. It might actually be the Zildjian dry.
I think it's Istanbul.
Istanbul,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. I love the kit sound. Those toms, whoa, just that fat thuddy sort of sound, man.
That Ludwig, man.
Yep.
Super
Nice softbox in the back, getting that quality light in there.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Let's do one more clip from Clara.
We got another one.
Was it like a gong at the end? Big old sound. That was a crazy sound.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Really cool. Definitely, Clara's feel is really on point here. That shuffle was very, very clean. I also like hearing people transition from like a more straight groove into the triplet groove, because that contrast between subdivisions sort of, I don't know, you can hear like the level of clarity that they have, and her shuffle was very, very clean. Also, I like the extra backbeat in there. That little extra snare hit. I also thought the mix was awesome here too. That like cranked metal snare. It looks like an aluminum snare.
I think it's an acolyte. Yeah.
An acolyte, okay, yeah. Cranked, but with the reverb on it, that was really, really cool. I liked the mix and everything here, man. That was very, very clean. Definitely well-developed technique, too. If you watch her right hand in that clip, really, really nice flow to her right hand. So definitely solid technique all around. Ghost notes look good, too, man. Yeah, she's awesome. That was sick, Clara.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Claire. You're awesome.
Yeah,
keep doing what
out.
you're doing. Got another drummer up today, as we usually have two.
Okay.
This drummer was recommended by his friend Raul, who says, I assist this drummer from Durban, South Africa, in posting some content, and he hasn't got the means at this time. His name is Sia Zulu and lives in the Bronx in South Africa, Durban. We call them townships.
Okay.
This guy has no car, walks to gigs, doesn't even have a drum kit to practice on, but check out his skills.
Doesn't have a drum set to practice on. That's crazy.
He says a feature would be great. This guy deserves more exposures.
Okay.
Sia Zulu.
Sia Zulu. That's a sick name, too.
Yeah.
All right. First video from Sia. Interesting. It reminds me of a specific thing that almost like an Eric Moore kind of approach, in that it's very like heavy, fast punches throughout, right? Like the overall dynamic level is pretty high, so and it stays that way, right? Like it's not the playing is not subtle. It's like powerful even when it's quiet. There's a certain powerful element. And the accents or like the spikes dynamically, the things that punch out, happen often, right? So it's not like it's not like that. There's not that much space. It's more like it's very quickly.
It's a machine gun.
Yeah, it's a machine gun. Yeah. So he's definitely got that sort of style. I would like to see in a playing style like this a touch more space. Because what ends up happening is it's and this is not a bad thing necessarily. It's all within context, but like it's dynamically very aggressive, right? There's not a lot of breathing room, so it makes you have to wake up just to listen to what's happening. And I think a lot of times it's almost easier to say certain things rhythmically if you leave a little bit of space to say them, instead of like being so punchy, even though those punches are very, very clean for sure. A lot of hand and foot patterns as well, like less in the rudiment playing style and a little bit more of like hand-foot combinations, which you can use rudiments to do that, but there were a lot of those in there. But those kind of things open up that weird mobility. It's how you jump from the entire one side of the kit to the other, back and forth really quickly. It's a lot of those weird hand and foot patterns, and he had a bunch of those down, which definitely makes for some cool aesthetic drumming. You get all these like weird mobility options, but it was an interesting clip from Sia for sure. Let's do the next clip from him.
Hold on 1 minute before you do that.
Okay.
It is 5.5 minutes long.
Okay.
You can watch the whole thing. You just pick out your favorite parts of it. It does get pretty dope, like a minute in.
Okay.
But otherwise it's long, so you'll be watching it for a little bit.
Gotcha. Well, we'll start from the top, and then maybe I'll jump in.
All right, cool.
Really cool. Really cool. I love how powerful he plays, man. First of all, that kit sounds good. Yeah, awesome sounding kit. The toms are super, super rich and EQ'd very well. They cut right through that mix. And I love, I don't know, man, when people play this powerfully, it makes drums sound better. Like, they actually sound better. You ever seen somebody do like a cymbal demo on YouTube and they're like, it's like kind of a light little, I'm like, dude, please just smack it with a baseball bat. Like, please let me hear what it actually sounds like.
You can have this exact cymbal at mycymbal.com.
Yeah. They're normally pretty good. Mycymbal.com, they're pretty good.
Of course,
But there's definitely some like cymbal and drum demos. Drums are even more frustrating when they don't genuinely just smack the tom super hard. Yeah, I don't care what I don't care what the lower end resonance sounds like, dude. I don't care what the hum of the drum is.
Man.
Yeah, but I love hearing people like this play, because I'm like, oh, that's what that kit sounds like. And the cymbal too. I mean, there was one cymbal hit where he just like the Bruce Lee one finger or 1 inch punch.
Yeah.
Remember that whole thing? Just no swing or wind up.
Yeah.
Just like a blast of energy right into it. So it makes your kit sound good. Definitely the kind of drummer that's nice to record in the studio. Engineers love these kinds of drummers. It's just so clean and articulate. It's definitely more difficult to mix subtle playing. Like mixing jazz, I think, would be more challenging from an engineering standpoint than mixing, let's just say, rock or funk or fusion with a drummer that has that kind of power. It's just a lot easier to hear what's going on. And definitely more subdued, ghosty kind of playing in that little solo section. Not quite the full Eric Moore powerhouse style, though that is kind of his style, though. Definitely punchy. But yeah, man, this was an awesome clip from Sia, man. Shout out him. That was sick.
Yeah, and if you want to check out that full cover, it is on his Instagram. So it's about 5 minutes long.
Cool.
Anybody wanted to watch that whole thing.
Thank you for watching this clip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking to in any way make yourself a better drummer online, which, let's be honest, you probably are, it's why you click this video, make sure to click the link in the description or the link that's around here somewhere. Free 7-day trial to my online drum school. You'll find 160 hours of drum lessons there and one of the world's largest collections of drumless play-alongs. Trust me, you will find something you love, and I would love to have you on board. OrlandoDrummer.com. I will see you there.